Okay, let's do a few examples on percentage of a number, and we want to find 10% of these numbers. And in order to find 10% of these numbers, we're going to have to divide by 10. So 700 divided by 10 is 70. So the answer to finding 10% of 700 is 70. For 321, we're going to divide by 10, which is going to give us in our calculator 32.1. So the answer would be 32.1. Okay, let's now find 1% of these numbers, and the rule to finding 1% of a number is you have to divide by 100. So we're going to divide 700 divided by 100, which is going to give us 7. So our final answer to this would be 7. So finding 1% of 700 equals to 7. Now we have 321. So 321 divided by 100 is, and we can put that in our calculator, is going to give us 3.21. So the answer to this would be 3.21. So finding 1% of 321 is equal to 3.21. Okay, here we want to find the percentages, and we're going to use mental math. So we have 10% of 60 kilograms. So I'm going to do is I have 10% of 60 kilograms, so I'm going to divide by 10 in order to get my answer. So I'm going to do 60 divided by 10, and that's going to give me 6 kilograms. Now for 20%, first you have to find 10% of 60 kilograms. So, and you already know that's 6 kilograms. Now I just have to multiply, in order to find 20%, I just multiply by 2, as you can see. So 6 times 2 is 12. So my final answer to this is 12 kilograms. So 20% of 60 kilograms is equal to 12 kilograms. Let's go to our next example. We have 1% of $60. Now in order to find 1%, remember we have to divide by 100. 60 divided by 100, which is going to give me 0.60 cents. So 1% of $60 is equal to 0.60. Now in order to find 4% of $60, I already found that 1%. So 0.60, and I'm going to multiply by 4, and that's going to give me $2.40. So the answer to this would be $2.40. Remember, finding 1% of a number, you have to divide by 100. Now if the percentage is more than 1, we're going to have to multiply by that number. And as you can see here, we have 4%. So we're going to we multiplied. So we got the answer of $2.40 as our final answer. Okay, here we have find the percentages of the quantities. So we have 50% of 26 inches. So I have to find 10% first of this. So remembering finding 10%, we gotta divide by 10. So 26 inches divided by 10, and that's going to give me 2.6. Now multiply that by 5, and which is going to give me in my calculator 13. So the answer to this would be 13 inches. So 50% of 26 inches is equal to 13 inches. Okay, we have 25% of 40 feet. Now 25% is like the same as 1/4. So there's an easy way of doing this. Is you basically do is 40 feet divided by 4, and I get the answer of 10 feet. So the answer to this would be 10 feet. The next one, I have 90%. Now, you you could do it this way. You could do it you do 1.2 divided by 10. First you got to find 10% of it, and what you get in your calculator is 0.12. Then I'm going to multiply that by 9, and that's going to give me 1.08 meters. So the answer to this would be 1.08 meters. So this is the final answer to that. So let's now move on to a few exercise problems so we understand the concept of what are we doing here.